Vocal support for a portion of today's programming is provided by Wells Fargo. Our support of Aggie students goes beyond just banking. By supporting NEWS22, we're giving back to the community. Wells Fargo. Together, we'll go far.
Tonight on NEWS22,
NMSU faculty and staff have a nice picnic for themselves.
the Doña Ana Sheriff's Department has some brand new deputies.
And a food truck fiesta took to the streets of downtown Las Cruces.
All that and more on NEWS22 Thursday.
Serving southern New Mexico, this is the award-winning KRWG-TV News 22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Abran Ramos.
And I'm Melissa Barraza.
New Mexico State University is going through some of the biggest changes in many years.
But today was a time for faculty and staff to kick back and take it easy. It was the 7th annual New Mexico State University Employee Picnic. It's sponsored by the NMSU Employee Council. There was a free lunch and music and good company. According to Adam Cavora, NMSU has been a tight-knit community ever since he started working here.
When I first came here to New Mexico State, I was really impressed with the faculty, their dedication, their commitment, and I'm also impressed with all the staff that I've worked with, their professionalism and their just kindness and friendliness.
We spend so much time together at work. DJ and I probably see each other more than anyone else. So, I mean, you're here for us, sometimes it's 6 to 7 days a week. You know, sometimes it's more than 8 hours a day because we work events. So you gotta like the people that you work with. So we're really fortunate in that regard, and hopefully that's how other people feel here at New Mexico State.
In the meantime, the New Mexico State University Board of Regents is traveling the state to hear about what kind of person to hire as the next chancellor of the university. Tomorrow at 4, they will be in Las Cruces at the Doña Ana Community College East Mesa campus. An additional listening session for NMSU faculty and staff is set for 3:30 p.m. Tuesday, November 7th on campus at Dominici Hall. Regents want someone who will commit to the university for several years. They hope to have someone hired by the next summer.
So the weather was fairly warm outside today.
It's been warm. I like it. And Andres is next with the first look at weather. I kind of, like this kind of weather. I really don't like the winter. I don't know about you.
I don't like the cold either. I'd rather be warm than cold.
I hope it stays like this. We'll see what Andres has to say.
You know what, Melissa and Abran, it has been warm. We're still at 76 degrees, but before I stepped into the studio, I smelled that nice smell of rain outside today, and our humidity is at 38%, and our barometer sits at 49 degrees, but you can, looking outside, you saw those mostly cloudy skies right now. We did reach a high temperature of 84 degrees, which is a little above average for this time of year. We did wake up to a low 56. We haven't seen any rainfall today, but we are expecting some showers tonight. I'll have more of that in your 5-day forecast, but for right now, let's take it back to the guys on the desk.
A Doña Ana County deputy is on administrative leave after he shot his weapon just after midnight. Officers got a report of gunshots around Berry Patch Lane and Isaacs Avenue. When they got there, a man jumped out of a car that fired a shotgun at the officers. One officer fired back. Neither man was shot. A police dog helped find the man. He's 49-year-old Zach Barella. He's in the county jail charged with attempt first-degree murder, aggravated assault on a peace officer, and shot from a motor vehicle.
A former jail officer is in jail tonight. He's charged with stalking his ex-girlfriend and violating a permanent restraining order against him. David Isaac Pena was charged with 1 count of aggravated stalking. In May 2017, the court granted Pena's ex-girlfriend a permanent restraining order. Since September 25th, Pena has violated the order at least 7 times. Pena is currently in the Doña Ana County Detention Center being held without bond. Las Cruces police are investigating a body found this morning near the 300 block of North Valley Drive. A person working in the area near Fire Station 3 and Berrigan Park found the body. Police do not know if the death is from natural causes or because of foul play. Police are also working to determine the identity, cause of death, and how long the body has been there. Anyone with information to this case is asked to call police or Las Cruces Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477.
A New Mexico art gallery owner and jewelry supply pleaded guilty on selling fake Native American jewelry. The fake Native American jewelry was being manufactured in the Philippines. The art gallery owner, Nael Ali, pleaded guilty yesterday to misrepresenting fake Indian-produced goods. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Albuquerque confirmed that it is a violation of the Indian Arts and Crafts Act. 4 other people have also been charged under the Indian Arts and Crafts Act in separate cases that involved traces of Philippines-made jewelry.
The Doña Ana Sheriff's Department has new deputies on duty. The 22nd class of cadet was sworn in this afternoon. All 13 cadets successfully completed 6 months of training. District Attorney Mark De Antonio spoke and the cadets' family members pinned on their badges. 3 cadets received awards for Top Driver, Top Gun, and Valedictorian. Maria Mata is the valedictorian. She says it is an honor.
To finally get to the finish line, it's a great moment. We can't really describe it unless you're there, but I mean, it's nothing but pride, and you're just very, very happy and ecstatic that we continued on this journey and we finally did it. So it feels great.
We have the best, the finest that just graduated today, and they'll be out there protecting the community day and night, and I'm proud of them.
The new sheriff deputies will start working in keeping our community safe.
The Animal Service Center of Mesilla Valley soon could see major changes. The city and county have been meeting to work together to reduce the number of unwanted pets in the region and increase spay and neuter programs. The city and county held a work session yesterday to look at a plan for the city to take over the entire operation.
What the city is proposing is to take over the operations of the Animal Service Center. So in essence, it would become a city department, and the city animal control officers and the operations would be run by the city of Las Cruces.
The goal is to convert the shelter into a no-kill shelter by 2019. There's also a search underway for a new director of animal services.
The e-commerce giant Amazon is looking for a place where they can establish a second headquarters, and Albuquerque is trying for it. City leaders hope the city's nearly limitless sunshine, hazard-free weather, and a diverse population should make it a competitive state. El Paso and the Borderplex Alliance has also announced they plan to vie for Amazon's second North American headquarters. The company is promising $5 billion of investment and 50,000 jobs over the next decade and a half.
To celebrate Italian American Heritage Month, the owner of Lorenzo's Italian restaurant will present History of Lorenzo Saturday, October 28th at the Brannigan Cultural Center. The family-owned and operated business has been voted Best Italian Restaurant in Las Cruces for 18 years. Vincent Vaccaro and his family recently donated clothes, food, and money to relief efforts for the Hurricane Harvey in Houston, Texas. Admission to the Brannigan Cultural Center is free. And stay tuned, Andres will be back with your national forecast.
And later, find out which states are crazy about candy. More on that when News 22 continues.
Las Cruces and El Paso share a lot of history. See why we say Texas history begins in El Paso on our El Paso Gold Heritage documentary series, broadcast Sunday nights on KRWG-TV. See Legends of El Paso's Mountains, Gunfights of the Old West, El Paso's Waco Tanks, Mexican Revolution sites in El Paso, and many more El Paso TV documentaries on KRWG-TV.
Saturday at 12 noon on KRWG-TV.
Sunday nights on PBS, the place to be for a full night of masterpiece programs. Beginning with the Durrells in Corfu.
Drinking heavily is such fun.
Followed by Poldark.
There are no depths to the atrocities which may be committed.
So what will you do?
And The Collection.
You're more desperate and dangerous than I thought.
Sunday on KRWG-TV.
Welcome back. You're watching News 22 Thursday,
where news matters.
Have you ever wanted to try more than 10 restaurants at once? Then a food truck fiesta has the place to be.
Las Cruces held a food truck fiesta yesterday. where the community could come together for some music and good food. Working in a food truck may be a different environment than working at a restaurant, but these workers seem to love it. One owner says that it gives him an opportunity to be in the kitchen and time for his family at home.
The benefits are that I have 2 young kids, so I get to work my schedule around them a little bit. You know, working in restaurants typically is all nights, weekends, holidays, so that gives me a little more flexibility to be around, go to soccer games and whatnot.
The next food truck fiesta will be held November 8th in Mesilla. With Halloween around the corner, candy corn remains New Mexico's #1 favorite candy. The traditional Halloween candy is followed by Milky Way, then Jolly Ranchers at the #3 spot. Texas's #1 candy is Starburst. Texans consume about 2 million pounds of Starburst around Halloween. Right behind Starburst is Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Colorado's #1 candy is Milky Way. So keep the state's most popular candy when getting your Halloween candy.
An event to get your annual flu shots at no cost will be happening this weekend. The Memorial Medical Center and Mountain View Medical Center will host Boo to the Flu. A drive-through and walk-in service will be provided for adults. Families with children under 18 years old will be required to go inside. From 8 a.m. to noon, shots will be available while supplies last at both locations. To make the process faster, log into mountainviewregional.com to fill out a consent form to turn in when you're there. The New Mexico Department of Health recommends everyone 6 months of age and older to get the flu vaccine.
New Mexico's booming marijuana program is undergoing changes, and lawmakers are trying to keep up with its success. Some changes under consideration include allowing patients to submit online applications and hiring more staff, including an investigator and an environmental scientist. The new hires would bolster the medical cannabis program. The New Mexico launched its medical marijuana program back in 2007. Most of us have been to sit up straight or stop slouching, but did you know there are reasons to keep an eye on your posture?
Kim Hutcherson explains in today's Health Minute.
Better posture may lead to a better mood, memory, and self-esteem. And if you're suffering from lower back pain, better posture will have positive effects for that too. Poor posture can cause serious back pain, making it the second most common reason people go to the doctor, according to the University of Maryland Medical Center. A New York spinal surgeon suggests a few things that you can do to improve posture. Deep belly breathing. It enables the spinal nerves to move within the spinal channels, diminishing pain. Neck stretches using range of motion exercises, such as stretching your neck side to side, up and down, and ear to shoulder. Using light weights and performing some yoga poses like downward dog can help improve posture. Push-ups are also great as they can strengthen the spinal and postural muscles. Also, pay attention to how you're sleeping. The ideal position is on your side. That puts the least amount of pressure on your spine. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
A Las Cruces teenage boy with a rare form of bone cancer is bringing together 2 local yoga studios for a fundraiser Friday night. Both Downtown Desert Yoga and Dual Yoga both are teaming up to help 16-year-old Patrick Schaub, who was diagnosed with osteosarcoma cancer in his right leg. Doctors diagnosed the cancer this past May on his birthday. Patrick has been at Texas Children's Hospital since early summer and has gone through 10 rounds of chemotherapy so far. Tomorrow's fundraiser will help raise money for Patrick's family to help pay for extra costs while living.
It was really important for them to shrink the size of the tumor, and then they did surgery about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago to remove all of the cancerous cells in the bone tissue that needed to be taken out, and so we call him Bionic Boy. He's now got a titanium femur.
He has a long journey ahead of him, and this is our way of supporting him here at our studio in Deidre and family. And it's been an amazing outpouring of people coming together to offer donations for the silent auction.
Tomorrow's fundraiser will help raise money for Patrick's family to help pay for extra costs while living in Houston during Patrick's health care. The fundraiser on Friday at Picacho Peak Brewery begins at 4 in the afternoon with yoga classes, dinner by Pastiagos, the silent auction, music, and dancing until 10.
So even though the weather was warm here in Cruces, I wonder what it's looking like around the nation.
Yes, Andres is next with the national.gov weather.
Well, guys, around the nation, we're actually seeing a lot of drier conditions. That's because you can see that jet stream right here dip, and it's mostly to the north of us. The Pacific Northwest is going to see that bulk of it, but I'll talk about that later. Right now, the main story is this high pressure sitting towards the east. That's been keeping temperatures relatively above average for the East Coast and keeping them dry. That's all going to change, and our next map can show you that. We're going to see, by the start of next week, we're going to see a lot cooler air from Canada is going to dip down, which we might see potential amounts of snow accumulate near the Great Lakes, such as cities such as Buffalo can see accumulation. We're going to see rain chances for Atlanta and Charlotte. It's going to be a travel hectic couple of days in the next week for you guys. Next, on our next map, we're going to see what the changes are going to be looking for this coming weekend in the Pacific Northwest. Cooler air, because the system of low pressure is sitting across the Pacific Ocean. It's going to bring in a lot colder air into the Pacific Northwest. We're going to see snow accumulation start at 5,000 feet, with snow being around predicted at 6 inches. We're going to have more of that in your I'll tell you what's up next in your New Mexico weather after the break.
The Doña Ana Arts Council, presenting the Renaissance Arts Fair, magicians, jousters, arts and crafts, food and games, Saturday and Sunday, November 4th and 5th at Young Park in Las Cruces. The Renaissance Arts Fair is New Mexico true.
Don't miss one of Broadway's best actors, Kevin Kline.
Thank you.
In his hilarious Tony-winning triumph as a British Best Actor.
I'm always acting.
In Noel Coward's comedy classic, Present Laughter. On great performances.
Friday at 8 p.m. on KRWG-TV.
Next time on a Chef's Life, catfish is misunderstood.
Okay, guys, what do you think we got?
There's 10,000 pounds.
Is that good?
No, yeah, that's a good bunch of fish.
So it's safe to say my catfish ceviche is not a hit.
I thought it was going to be fried catfish. I got all excited.
Wait, don't you need some salt or anything in there?
You're right.
I know that hurt you hard to say that.
I'm getting the horse before the cart.
Saturday morning at 10 on KRWG-TV.
Hi folks, thanks for tuning back in. We're going to take a look at our current temperatures across the beautiful state of New Mexico. Right now in Farmington, we're looking at 65 degrees, Gallup at 66, Santa Fe at 60, 68 in Albuquerque, and 75 in Deming. For tomorrow, our expected highs, we're going to see 86 in Roswell, 68 milder in Ruidoso, 77 in Clovis, 78 in Socorro, and 85 in Deming. For tonight, we do have that chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms in Alamogordo. 59 is your expected low. We are going to clear up partly sunny skies for tomorrow, a high of 81. And TRC, we're going to have those chances of rain as well, 55, 83 for tomorrow. Silver City, a cooler 49 tonight. They have a 30% chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms for tonight. Sunny skies tomorrow and a high of 73. Here in the City of the Crosses, we do have a 50% chance, mostly starting around the 8 o'clock hour into midnight. 54 is our expected low, partly sunny skies for tomorrow, a high of 84 degrees. I'll tell you how hot and when our next cold front is in your 5-day forecast with the weekend always in view. For right now, let's take it back to Abran and Melissa on the desk.
A fire department in Texas fell victim to a carjacking.
That's the first story in tonight's Southwest Minute.
A suspect is in custody after crashing a stolen vehicle from the Houston Fire Department. Investigators say it was stolen on Wednesday while paramedics were inside a building responding to a call. The suspect eventually crashed in southeast Houston. Authorities have not released the man's identity. A 9-year-old boy in Arizona is being called a hero for getting himself and a dog to safety during a house fire. Flames were up into the attic and the house was full of smoke. The two family dogs, Snowball and Hades, were trapped inside. 9-year-old Caleb Barker was home alone next door when he realized the house was on fire. He heard the dogs and went into the house. He saved one dog and another neighbor saved the other. And a California home that was saved from a recent wildfire has now been destroyed in a blaze that started in the attic. The house was near the edge of the massive Cherokee fire that burned more than 8,000 acres 2 weeks ago. Officials are now looking for the cause of this latest fire. For the Southwest Minute, I am Marlene Barraza.
NMSU's athletic department is getting ready to meet their 2017-2018 Junior Aggies. Tomorrow is Junior Aggies Packet Pickup Day, and members will be able to pick up a backpack with Aggie gear and other goodies during the Downtown Aggie Rally. This club is designated to involve the community youth with NMSU athletics. With their Aggie membership pass, Junior Aggies are able to attend most Olympic events and one football, soccer, and basketball game.
I think it's a good outlet for kids and families to be a part of Aggie athletics. Growing up, I danced and I had people I looked up to, and I think most of our kids in Las Cruces are involved in some kind of sport. So being able to have kind of a local person that they're able to look up to, I think is a really cool idea.
Sweet sir.
Last year, there were 75 members in the club. This year's goal is 150. The membership fee is $25 per member, and this is the second year of the program.
So there's a big pep rally coming up tomorrow for the Aggie football team.
That sounds fun, and it's to support the Aggies. And Jackie Loera is next with sports.
Thanks, guys. Coming up in sports, the City of Las Cruces and Aggie Athletics are teaming up, and a rare moment in the sports world. You can toss that remote because News 22 Sports is next.
Coming up on Austin City Limits.
Saturday at 9 p.m. on KRWG TV.
One of the beautiful things about a Native American flute is it opens up this avenue to music for people who had it shut down.
Sure.
You don't have to know how to read music. You don't have to know a lot about music. Like, the way I approach it is I'm just simply breathing and tapping my fingers.
Saturday morning at 9:30 on KRWG TV.
This is KRWG TV News 22 Sports.
Welcome back, sports fans. I'm Jackie Loera, pitching you into your daily dose of sports news. The NMSU football team is kicking off their homecoming week at the Plaza de Las Cruces. The New Mexico State Athletic Department and the City of Las Cruces are putting on an event called Downtown Aggies. It's an event to encourage locals to support Aggie sports. It will be held from 5 to 10 p.m. tomorrow at the Plaza. There will be food, truck vendors, music, and a huge pep rally. Mario Macias says this is a way to bring Las Cruces and Aggie athletics together. The volleyball, swimming, and basketball teams will also be there. The city is also offering free bus services for the event. The NMSU men's golf team is getting ready to end their fall season. The Aggies will be traveling to El Paso for the Price is Given 5 Invitational October 20th through the 22nd. Alongside the Aggies, the other teams playing will be Air Force Army, Era Roberts, San Jose State, Southern Utah, Texas State, UTEP, Rio Grande Valley, and Western New Mexico. The team will end its fall season this Invitational, but will bring back their golf clubs again at the Arizona Intercollegiate January 29th through the 30th in Tucson, Arizona. The NMSU women's swimming and diving team is ready to take on Wyoming. The Aggies are hosting a meet against Wyoming tomorrow starting at 4 p.m. The meet will have 16 events starting with the 1-meter dive and relays. It will also include the 3-meter diving category. The meet will be held at the NMSU Swimming and Diving Complex. It's a good day for major sports fans. Today is a rare sports equinox, which means all 4 major sport leagues are playing in one day. In the NFL, the Chiefs and Raiders are going head-to-head. There's also 9 NHL games and 3 NBA games. On top of that, the Dodgers and Cubs face off in the Game 5 of the NLCS. Sports equinox is rare, and tonight marks the 17th one. And that's all for sports tonight. Join us for more sports action next week. Still ahead on News 22, Andres will be back to look at your national forecast. But first, the Runway Bowl has a new home, and it's not in the China shop. Find out more when News 22 continues.
on Masterpiece.
A prison break on French soil with respectable men who are surely being led to their death.
Load your weapons. We make a stand.
He's hit!
Poldark on Masterpiece.
Sunday at 8 p.m. on KRWG TV.
25 years behind the lens, a tapestry of images that capture the human condition. What does it mean to train your camera on the world? Camera Person.
Monday at 9 p.m. on KRWG TV.
Let's take a look at our top stories. A dead body was found near Brannigan Park earlier. The situation is still under investigation. The Sheriff's Department has new deputies on duty. The Doña Ana County Sheriff's Department graduated 13 cadets at a ceremony earlier today. And Albuquerque is looking to be a new hub online business. The city in northern New Mexico is trying to convince the online shopping company Amazon to build a headquarters there.
A bull seen running wild in New York this week is getting a new home. The bull somehow escaped from a slaughterhouse in Brooklyn on Tuesday. It was later taken in by the Skylands Animal Sanctuary in Wantage, New Jersey. Officials said the bull is about 1 year old. They hope it'll live a long life at the sanctuary. So I know I got a church retreat this weekend. I'm kind of hoping the weather's going to be warm.
You know what? It's actually going to be warm, be sunny. Tonight's the last night we're going to see any moisture here in the region. We're going to see mostly sunny skies for tomorrow, high of 84. We do have that weak cool front come in Friday night, dipping our temperatures to 78 for Saturday, 74 on Sunday. We're going to climb back up by Monday, but we have another backdoor cold front that comes in Tuesday. But overall, it'll be looking sunny skies and mild temperatures.
Those sound like, good temperatures.
It does.
Yeah.
Sounds like a wonderful weekend.
And don't forget, you can catch all today's aired stories and past newscasts on our YouTube page at youtube.com/KRWG News22.
And follow us on Twitter and Instagram for show updates and the latest on what the News22 team is up to. And that's all for News22 Thursday. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. I'm Alyssa Barraza.
I'm Obran Ramos.
And I'm Andres Valle. Good night.
Good night.
This news brief in Español is brought to you by Noticias22, Spanish language news for southern New Mexico and West Texas. Noticias22.
Hola, bienvenidos a este breve informativo de Noticias 22. Les saluda Stephanie Córdoba. La policía de Las Cruces está investigando el descubrimiento de un cuerpo en la cuadra 300 de North Valley Drive. El día de hoy, alrededor de las 10 de la mañana, un trabajador del área descubrió el cuerpo en un lote baldío cerca de la estación de bomberos número 3 y del parque Brannigan. Los investigadores aún tratan de identificar el cuerpo, así como establecer su causa de muerte y el tiempo que llevaba ahí antes de ser descubierto. Se espera que el cuerpo se lleve a la Oficina de Investigación Médica de Nuevo México en Albuquerque para que se le realice una autopsia. Cualquier persona con información al respecto puede comunicarse al programa Alto al Crimen de Las Cruces al número que aparece en pantalla. Y recuerde que puede permanecer anónimo. Mientras tanto, autoridades policiales investigan un tiroteo que involucra a un oficial de la oficina del alguacil del condado de Doña Ana. Esto ocurrió minutos después de la medianoche de ayer en la calle Berry Patch Lane y la avenida Isaacs. Según el reporte, un hombre identificado como Zach Varela disparó contra el oficial tras una parada de tráfico rutinaria, trasciendo que el oficial disparó contra el sujeto, quien escapó pero fue arrestado cuadras más adelante. De acuerdo a la investigación, Varela conducía con una licencia no vigente y contaba con faltas de pago de manutención. Aún se desconoce la identidad del oficial, pero se sabe que es un veterano del departamento del alguacil. Ni el oficial ni el sospechoso sufrieron heridas. Hasta aquí con la información.
Local support for a portion of today's programming is provided by Wells Fargo. Our support of Aggie students goes beyond just banking. By supporting News 22, we're giving back to the community. Wells Fargo. Together, we'll go far.